What's up guys, Creighton here from LogicLounge.com. This week I'm going to show you guys an easy way to use your iPhone and a special pad of paper to take notes, organize them, and export them to your favorite note-taking services such as Evernote. How this works is very simple. It's an application called Shot Notes, free and available in the App Store. The company that also creates Shot Note actually creates pads of paper varying in sizes, and I have one of their smaller sizes here. And basically what it is it flips open and it's a small sheet of paper. It has a grid on it and some markers. Basically how the application works is you can write your notes on the piece of paper, anywhere on the piece of paper. And what you can also do is take in the upper right hand corner here, you guys will see a bigger version of this when I actually get into the application part of this review. It has numbers and dates on there, and you use little block letters to fill that in, what number it is or what the date is. And when you import this into your Shot Note application, it will be able to organize and date those for you, so you can keep an organized list. This service does integrate with Evernote, so you can keep a public or private journal of all of your Shot Notes. And let's get into that right now. Alright guys, so now on to the application part of this. You can see that I have my notepad here, and I also have my iPod Touch. This does work with the iPod Touch, but it's better to work with the iPhone or 3GS just because of its higher quality camera. But it does work, so nonetheless you can still use it. First off, dictating your note is pretty easy. You get the pad of paper. It comes in 3 different sizes, a small, medium, and large. This is small. The large ones get pretty big, such as almost a regular piece of paper. Once you open it up, you can start writing your notes, and I kind of wrote a test note here. The paper has a grid on it, and that's fine. You don't really necessarily have to keep with the grid format of it. It's just so that if you want to write, you can save the lines. Anyways, the most important thing about this note is up in the upper right hand corner, where you can dictate the note number and the date. And what the application will do is that it will take that date, use optical character recognition, and actually put those characters into a dated format when you're looking into the application, the iOS application, so that you can easily go back and say, okay, I wrote this note on this date, which is pretty easy to do. So going into the iOS application, it's free in the App Store. Just search Shot Note and it will pop up like this, and we can take a picture of the Shot Note, which is pretty easy. You just press the camera button in the bottom left and it's dictated by yellow. And an important thing about this is, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, there's 4 corners, and those corners you want to line up with these corners right here to orient the paper. So you have that corner, that corner, that corner, and that corner. So you kind of want to get those as much in the crosshairs, so something like that, and then take the picture. You kind of want it to be well lighted, and once you take the picture, it will then analyze it and put it into a note. You can see here that I have right here, it says this is a test note. If you can't see it very well, they do have other features, and you can see that it took in my date and my note number in the upper right hand corner here, and then we can go ahead and we can title it if we want to. We can put in a different tag. We can then go into other things. We can either retake it or save and retake, or we can just go ahead and press save. From here, if we have a little bit lighter text like we do right here where it says is a, right here, the is a, we can actually go into settings and we can actually darken or lighten the note so that then that comes through clearly. So now it comes through clearly and it says this is a note. We also have settings for contrast, so we can make it a purely black and white note, which doesn't work very well. And then you can keep it as a color note. From here, you can trash it, you can continue to edit it, or you can go ahead and send it as an email or save it to your camera roll. You can do any of these things, or you can just go ahead and go back, and you see that I have my second note here. You can easily go back to it. Again, if you want to send it or save it as a camera roll, you can go ahead and do that. You have a search feature, so you can go ahead and search through your notes, which is pretty nice. Then you can go ahead and tag ones, and then you can sort by different things, sort ascending or sort descending. And then what's very interesting about this, and what I kind of want to get into, is the settings. You can link this up with your Evernote account. So your Evernote account is right under account settings. So you can add your Evernote username and password, and then it'll automatically sync up all of your notes. Once you have it synced up, you can select notebooks that you want it to be into, and then you can do image quality settings. And then with your camera settings, you can go ahead and do the high quality or low quality. Because my camera is on an iPod Touch, it can only do low quality, but if you're on an iPhone 4, it can do all that stuff. So you have a whole bunch of settings in there, and optical character recognition. It's a really neat application, again, for anybody who wants to get into that sort of stuff. So right now we're going to go back into my overview of ShotNote. So here we go. Alright guys, you've seen how the application works now, and I just want to say my final opinions on it. And it's actually a pretty good product for its use. This is more ideally for people who like to hand write notes and then be able to scan them into their computer to be later accessed. So it kind of dissipates some of that paper and clutter because you're able to write it, take a picture of it, archive it, and then throw it away. It's a great feature for that. I see this more in use for journalists. Journalists being able to go out with their notepads, write what they want, organize it by date and a number, and then be able to take a picture of that with their iPhone and be able to go back to that note whenever they want to, so they don't have to be rifling through notes. As I said before, the pad comes in 3 sizes. This is the smallest size that they had, and it's a nice palm-fitting one, so this is more for journalists. They actually come with 3 different sizes. Here, I'm going to read them out to you. There's a small, medium, and large. The small, what I have here, is 4.5 inches by 3 inches. Medium is 6 inches by 4 inches, and large is 8.5 inches by 5 3/4 inches. So the pads get pretty big. They come in white, but they also come in black. So if you want a more stealthy looking notepad, go and check out the black version. It's a great product for how I've used it, and it's something that you should definitely check out if you are interested in doing something like this with optical character recognition and all that fun stuff. As I said before, you can write on the notes, and then you can share it via email, or you can also share it via Evernote. The application on the iPhone App Store, iOS App Store, is completely free, so you can go in there and check it out. And just search ShotNote on the App Store, and the application should be free and right there. Now, if you are looking into getting these pads of paper and want to learn more information, visit their official website at myshotnote.com. As I understand it right now, it is both available in English and Japanese. I got the Japanese version because on the back, all their characters are in Japanese. I can't read it, but there's nice little pictures that tell me what to do. But it's pretty self-explanatory for everything that you want to do with it, and it's a great product. So that is my opinion on it. Check it out, myshotnote.com. If you have any questions for me, email me, Creighton@logiclounge.com. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I love all of you Twitter followers. Twitter.com/Creighton. Subscribe to this YouTube. Yes, this YouTube. YouTube.com/Logic Lounge. Hopefully you're watching this on the Logic Lounge YouTube page or at logiclounge.com. If not, it's probably embedded else somewhere, and I thank somebody who embedded this somewhere else. But I think that's it. Oh yes, Google+. Follow me on Google+. Different content over there. Check it out, gplus.to/Creighton, or just search Creighton Miller over there on Google+. I think that does it for me. Until next week, we'll see you guys later.